TASS in Moscow has just released an interesting press release. I suppose that's what a press release place does. It says, I'm going to read it. A blast took place in a building located in the Moscow City District. Emergency services told TASS. The glazing was shattered as a result of the blast at the level of 5th and 6th floors of the 40-story building on the Presnenskaya embankment. The source said there are no casualties and no fire has started. The people are being evacuated. Operational services and law enforcement agencies arrived on the scene. Earlier, law enforcement agencies reported that the Air Defense Corps repelled an attack by 2 aircraft-type drones in the west of Moscow. And in addition, eyewitnesses report the sound of an explosion in the west of Moscow. Well, the photographs that I have seen are certainly photographs which suggest that there have been fires in these buildings, but the TASS news agency information, and indeed the BBC coverage of this, is very coy about the area, because the area is precisely the area of the Moscow city, the Moscow business area. This is the area with the huge towers. It's an office complex area, and I have no doubt that if this is a Ukrainian initiative, the idea was to attack the offices. And I suspect one reason why this information isn't filtering out is precisely because Moscow wants to tar Zelenskyy and his people with the same sort of brush that they are already guilty of using, that is, of attacking civilian structures. There are no civilian structures here. These are office blocks. And it's a huge office area which was started with Turkish money and with Turkish support in 2003, and the biggest tower blocks were designed by Turkish architects, and they are quite impressive. I've been in the area, I know the area, yeah, I think it sends a signal that nowhere is safe. If Moscow and if the Kremlin wants to attack Ukraine, eventually the war is going to get back to Moscow, as Mr. Zelenskyy has pointed out. I think it's worrying that this is escalating, but I think Putin cannot hide in his ivory tower in the Kremlin, having started this nonsense. He needs to come to the table. He needs to negotiate a solution, because he is now on the back foot.